Right, hi everyone. So I never like to start these again, right? But I just had to start it again because I started chatting away and I was talking about, oh yeah, I've got stuff on the schedule for um tomorrow, but I might take it off. And I think, wait a minute, this is the one for Saturday. It'll be been and gone. So anyway, yeah, the point was, on this day that you're watching this, I will have been resting Thursday, Friday, and all of today. So all being well, if I'm putting this out during the day, I will be popping up 7 o'clock UK time tonight. Unless, and there might be a chance that if I'm guided to, through whatever reason, just the fact that it's the weekend and I'm just testing this, I'm not so keen on the fact that some of the moon signs are landing on the weekend when I don't like to work the weekend. But the thing is, although this is my work and I don't usually like to film, with a new way that I'm doing it just now, because again, it's good to trial and error and stuff. I'm seeing how I feel about that because it's not every weekend. And basically that's what I'm doing a bit earlier. I'm just now, my plan is I'm going to channel that at 7 o'clock UK time, and I absolutely will stop at 9 o'clock because there's no need for it. There's not even any need for it to be even past 8 o'clock, but I'm assuming it'll probably be until 9 o'clock. And then, but yeah, if I decide different, then I'll do it on the Sunday, but I basically need to do it either the Saturday or the Sunday because that's when we're in the Scorpio moon. So yes, 60 Scorpio moon. So again, Scorpio moon is the 8th house as well. So it's I'll talk about all this on the live stream that I do tonight. And again, this might go out after that one, but I think this will go out before. But I don't know. It's the spiritual union and things to do with marriage, but it doesn't always need to be literal marriage. It's just the spiritual union, the being together, choosing the person you want to be with, live with, and everything is in the 7th house, but the sexual union is in the 8th house. So I always see twin flames more being about the 8th house, really. And I attract a lot of Plutonian, very Scorpionish Plutonian twins, because that is definitely what me and mine are. We've both got a lot of very strong Scorpio energy. Me more than him, actually, but he is an actual Scorpio. Yeah, it'll be a very intense weekend. So again, whether this is just intense sexual telepathy, I would say, will be in there. I'm hearing that Rihanna song now. Or intense astral dreams, like contact in the dreams. But yeah, for some of you, it could be very intense actual physical meetings, and definitely conversations I've been picking up on big time. But yeah, basically that's not obviously going to be everyone, but that might be who I pick up on for this, because it makes sense that if you've got something like that coming up, they're going to want to tell you about it. Because again, like I said, I'm a union channel, so it's basically fucking union every day around here. But it's just the luck of the draw whether it's actually happening. You're not, and it will. The thing is, all these will manifest eventually. Because I know for a fact that, I know I say this every now and again. I say it quite a lot. A lot of these ones that I channeled 3 years ago and 2 years ago and 9 months ago and 10, all different times. Some of them have manifested for some people. So yeah, that's what's kind of nuts. So again, if you know yourself to be one of them, let me know, whether it was good, bad, or whatever. I know definitely some of the, don't saying bad, but yeah, some of the warnings that were rough ones have definitely happened for some folk. I can feel it. So whether it was an omen and it helped, but I feel sometimes some of them will have been ones I've given warnings about, and then it's actually happened. It's oh my God, Claire channeled that. So again, prayers for anyone that's in a difficult spot, because again, Scorpio moon, as well as it being spicy and all the sexual energy and stuff and intensity, it's pain. So again, this could be a very painful weekend for a lot of people. So yeah, just be aware of that it's deep emotions. Yeah, let's get on with this. So, but before I forget, Black Moon Lilith is aligned with this Scorpio moon, so that's adding an extra element of intensity to things. So I'm using the Lilith cards. So what do we need to know overall for whoever's going to resonate with this? And, I'm assuming it will tie in with when I do the actual medicine wheel, but we'll just see. Oh, I better hurry up. Shit, see, I've been filming videos for the last couple of hours. It's already time's really getting on. I'm live in the membership in 15 minutes. Shit. So yeah, this can't be very long. And then I'm live in public in an hour. So. Ashura, Mother of the Gods. So Ashura, Mother of the Gods is coming out. I don't know what it's about, so I can't tell you much. Maybe some of you do, but with the word mother coming out there, we have got Jupiter going into Cancer on, well, that's quite interesting. From when you're watching this, it's actually, I think it's on Monday. I know it's next week sometime, but so, you know, Cancer is the mother, so that is going to bring up a lot of mother healing, mother wounds, or the need to pay attention more to your feminine energy. Basically anything to do with like mothers, family, feminine energy, all that kind of stuff. And then we've got a card with Mother Earth on it. Adama, Mother Earth, yeah. So there's obviously something very strongly coming through here about, it feels like getting in touch with your feelings, because Scorpio moon is a feminine sign as well. So, and also the moon is feminine. So, you know, this feels like deep feelings being expressed. Oh, look at this. Interesting. Projection, your spiritual gold. I think I might use that for the thumbnail, because again, this is what I've been talking about a lot lately. I come up against this all the time, very annoyingly, because of like a lot of my placements explain it. Definitely my Pluto and Scorpio, but and it's, you know, specifically because my Pluto retrograde 0 degrees, I might add as well, Scorpio is in the 12th house. The 12th house is hidden, you know, it's hidden stuff. So a lot of the time I feel people's hidden pain and stuff going on, but a lot of the time people project their own shit at me, and it isn't a very covert way. You know, like anyone and everyone in life, it gets fucking draining. So again, you know, there's one of the other reasons why I hermit a lot and I like to spend a lot of time myself, because it just gets, it does. Although I'm very experienced, and you know, I can definitely handle this in my professional life, it also happens in my personal life too. It's just, it happens fucking everywhere, and it's just, it does get draining. And so, you know, if you do similar to myself, you might get what I'm saying, but basically it's like, you can't dim your light because other people are triggered by how much work you've done on yourself, or, you know, how much you've, you know, done that deeper healing that they have, and all that kind of, whoever it is. But I do, you know, there's been a lot of projection about of late, really, I've felt it all year. But just be aware of that within yourself, because, you know, Scorpio is the shadow. So we're in Scorpio moon, remember. So, and then with Lilith conjunct the moon too. On a Saturday night, that, like I said, that's either going to be very intense, very healing, very purging, deep, getting to the root of the problem conversations, right? And then, like I said, it could get pretty sexual. So, but obviously that'll depend on, if it's the first conversation in a long time. I mean, I was about to say it's not going to go that way, but let's face it, for a lot of people it could. But it's, you know, you do you, boo, that's up to you. But it's kind of like, if you're not in a place where you're having a deep conversation with anyone, it doesn't need to be your twin flame, like a deep conversation with someone in your life that you need to, people could be being, I'm discreet, but people could be being dickheads. Do you know what I mean? Like, if people are not facing their own shadow, and they could be projecting their own stuff onto you. So just be aware of that, because that's, you know, horrible. We've all had that at least somewhere. But just be aware of that in yourself. Where are you not facing your own pain, so you're projecting on the others? You know, I'm thinking about something where someone was telling me that recently, where it's like, oh, it's cringe, isn't it? When somebody's telling you something, especially because, you know, with me being a therapist and a healer and everything, when somebody's telling you something, and it's cringe, but it can also be heartbreaking when somebody's telling you something and you're listening to the person, you're like, listening, you're thinking in your head, you do realise that every single thing that they're saying about you is what's going on with them. But then I'll actually say it to it, like, you know what I mean? Like, that happens fucking at least once a week or something, if not more, where I'm like, because it's heartbreaking when somebody's been gaslit and stonewalled and all that much, that they don't actually realise that that's abusive. If somebody is making you feel things like, you know, there's always somebody, and again, a lot of people don't realise how abusive this is. It's like a bad habit some people have got. That's hilarious what they just done there, right? As I was saying that, an email flew down, and the person's name was like, it was someone like from long ago in my past, but it was someone's name that that used to do that to me. So it's quite interesting that just, That's so mental. But anyway, it's about to be 1804 as I'm filming this too. So, and that's Union around here, right? So it's like, again, this is again, like I've been channeling all the other videos. If you've watched other ones, if you haven't watched other ones, there is very strong Union energy right now because we're in Gemini season. We're coming up to summer solstice. The energies in the twins are balancing. There's always unions that happen around Gemini season. Yeah, and it's no different this season. So there's, like I said, just if it's not you, it's not you. It's just that it's 1804 though, so it's like I said, the time. It's time for union for a lot of people. But yeah, just be aware of it that whoever you're around, a lot of people are projecting their own stuff onto others because they can't deal with their own stuff. So protect your energy or be mindful of it yourself. And I can help you if you want help with that. Jupiter, yeah, and look at, wow, that's nuts. So yeah, Jupiter going into Cancer is going to, it's great because it's going to bring your blessings and opportunities and luck. You know, I don't like luck because remember, luck is always preparation, meeting opportunity. If you've done the work and you take the you take the guided action, you don't just sit on your arse and wait for divine timing. Things happen, amazing things happen. But also Jupiter can expand not so good things too. So, you know, watch where you're spending. Like I definitely know, you know, I've got a Sag moon, which is ruled by Jupiter. So that can be a bit, it's great. Look, it's great when I say I'm going to pull a card and I pull people like fucking 10 cards and stuff like that. But it's not so great, like say, like to do with finances or, you know, if you're trying to save or all that, like, you know, you can go a bit OTT. So I definitely know that myself. Like there'll be times when I'm clearing my debt and there'll be other times when I'm like, holy shit, how have I fucking done that? So do you mean, but like it's, all I know is within myself, I'm quite good at like, oh, right, rein it in kind of thing. And it's like I'm teaching myself, but it's a lot harder for me than most people, like, you know what I mean? Because of ADHD and dyslexia and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I mean, that humbles me because then I've got friends that are really good at helping with stuff like that. But yeah, Jupiter, expansion, prosperity and growth. So wait a minute. And that, like I said, that's because Jupiter is moving into Cancer. And at the same time as Jupiter moving into Cancer, we've also got, I'm just looking to see if that's Mercury in Cancer, yeah. So Jupiter and Cancer are moving, Jupiter and Mercury, the planet of communication, are both moving into Cancer. So it's very loving, nurturing, very motherly, healing energy, very like feel, hashtag all the feels. I feel there'll be a lot of feelings being expressed next week. And like I said, this week, should have said that I felt her energy all around me. I'm getting annoyed. Today I keep doing that. I'm feeling it and I'm not saying it. So again, that tells me somebody's saying stuff and they're not expressing themselves, like Mary Magdalene. Because like, again, people that watch me all this time, you know that I'm always channeling Mary Magdalene energy. And if you watched the one for the day before, was it Thursday or the Friday, I pulled out Mary Magdalene Jesus and I was all excited. So Mary Magdalene, divine loyal goddess. So wait a minute, I think I'll oh wow, look, the sun. So that's divine masculine energy, and then there's the Mother Earth again below. So it's like divine feminine, divine masculine coming into alignment. Beautiful. Which is what I've basically said. Well, they've said it through me. Right, so better hurry this up. So can we just get a message card from these very intense cards? I love your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. I love all of you. A minute. So basically, somebody sees you as their Mary Magdalene. You're being unveiled. Again, sometimes I get really specific, and definitely when it's a Scorpio moon. So this could just be for, it's not going to be for one twin flame couple, but it's going to be for like small groups of people. Because not everyone's twin flames anyway, but it's, if it resonates kind of, you would just know. That's exactly what I've just said. I can't bottle up my feelings anymore yet. The feelings are spilling out. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Again, that word I know annoys me because that's not going to be true for everyone. Because, well, you would hope not, because it definitely won't be. I know it definitely won't be for lots of people in this journey, 1444, whether you're a man or a woman, because I work with loads of twin flames with children involved. So the best thing that's ever happened to anyone is children by a long shot. Because I know I've not even got children, but my nieces are like, yeah, my world. So That's always been said to me. They're like, fucking hell, like you, like basically, like I'm, do you know what I mean? Like I've just, yeah, I love being an auntie. So like I said, like I love being an auntie, my friends' kids too, and that's more things, you know, in the past there was more like that, and it's just because things grow and change and all that, but like, you know, it's but once you're an auntie, you're always an auntie, you know what I mean? Anyone that's ever saw me as like an auntie or said that, you know, I still have a lot of love, and I always keep people in my thoughts and prayers and everything like that. And because again, well, basically I'm saying that because I had a lot of friends and a lot of their kids were like, you know, I was an auntie to us, but the fake auntie, people do that in Scotland, but it's not a fake. I was very, like I'm saying, it's like I was a very real, I'm very motherly, basically. You see the real me, that's why I struggle sometimes to look you in the eyes. You see right into my soul, and that makes me feel vulnerable. That is very Scorpio moon. Keep getting better. Wait a minute. That's a good one for the energy. Mr. Hatman and Mary Magdalene. That'd be funny. That'd be funny if I put that in the title. Oh, Mr. Quiet Hatman. I need you. Your love, powerful light guides me home. Thank you for sending it to me. I do need it more than ever. You give me hope that I can be happy again. Actually, keep getting better from me. Right. Right, I better crack on with a minute. The spread I'm actually, it's not meant to use, it's just the one I like to use. Right, so we'll do it very quickly. Because it's just roughly, you know, I said 6:15, I know I'm always a wee bit late. So the card in the south is what you need to let go of and what you need to shed. And the snake, so we're in the year of the snake, and also I always associate the snake with Scorpio, and we're in Scorpio moon, lots of synchronicity. So basically it seems pretty self-explanatory, but I'll just quickly... I was talking about Mother Earth again. The serpent power of the Kundalini is stirring within your chakras, yeah, so you might be going through a rough Kundalini awakening. I went through a very rough one, that's why I'm sitting here doing super psychic like I'm doing. Again, I've always been super psychic, but like I said in one of the other videos, I had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening, which was very rare. And yeah, you might be like, oh, it's special. Yeah, it is special and it is rare, but it was agony, so don't be careful what you wish for. Shed the old skin that you have been so attached to become vulnerable, the vulnerable pink underbelly that will see you a fresh experience in your life. Your passion, your sexuality are awakening. Look how much I've been saying sexual, but it's the Scorpio energy. And this can be scary. Trust the wisdom of the serpent to transform your sensual energies into beautiful original manifestation, but it's these sexual unions manifesting. The card in the west represents the part of you that needs to die. The rattle, that's quite interesting because that's about clearing negative energies and shaking it away. But I'll expand on what I mean. The rattle comes to invite you to work with the tools of spirit, but be careful, they're very sharp and can hurt you and others if they're not used mindfully, like your words, especially like what I'm saying with the moon conjunct Lilith. People could be quite, this is the thing, you could either be very straight to the point and very intense with your words, and that can be very healing or clearing dark energies and stuff, or like very just you know, like going to a therapist or psychologist or anything. Like, it's great for the subconscious mind work, but people could also be quite fucking nasty in this energy. I'm just keeping it real. That's why, like you said, with all my Scorpio energy, I can see right through people. Anybody that's covert or, you know, making out they're one thing and they're not, like I can see people's shadows. And believe me, it's not a very nice gift to have at times, but it's handy for myself and others. Set your old tools aside and take up the drawn instruments of spirit. You're consciously stepping into the partnership with the divine. This is a time for courageous deeds. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression. Shit, that's going in the title. So you see, that's the masculines that are basically like dying to talk. So, and some of them might have spoke by now. Especially, I always think because it's a Saturday night, you know, and a lot of people like to have a wee drink. But again, if you don't drink, then take that part out of it. But you know what I mean? It's like, or even it could just be when people aren't working, but it's like, this could be a bit of Dutch courage. So this could be, because I'm kind of hearing very faintly that Ed Sheeran song. And maybe tonight I'll call you when my blood's drowning in alcohol. Oh, I just want to hold you. That's a lovely song, that one, actually. The card in the north represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. Tree of Life. Again, I feel it's all the knowledge you've gained. And again, if you've ever heard me saying that before, well, if you're here all the time, you will have. But like, I was a tree in a past life, and look how deadly serious I am about it. It's come up when I've had other healings and stuff over people. They've mentioned it before I have. So yeah, I was a very old, ancient oak tree. That's why I guide people to that in the shamanic journeys. So to find health and balance, it's on page 144. Wow, that's magical. 144, look out, there's stuff happening. To find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings. This is what I've said this in some of the other videos today. You've got to make sure that your words and your actions are aligned. I think it was just on the one before this, or what, the day before. It was one of the ones for the Thursday or Friday. If you're wanting to manifest a union with a twin, right, to the masculine, if you are wanting a specific divine feminine, like you see somebody as like your dream person that you want to be with, but you're telling other people that you don't want them, or you're like with somebody else, so you're showing God, the universe, that this is what you want. It's like, not, if it's not in alignment, you're not going to manifest it, because you're not, you know what I mean? It's all out of alignment. So get in alignment with what you want, like basically start acting like what you want, you know, and basically go after it. It's kind of simple, isn't it? But not easy to do, I know. So if you're too much in your thinking head in a world of fantasies and daydreaming, like yeah, you know what I mean? They're just talking through me. If you're daydreaming about a life that you want with someone one day, before you know, one day goes on and on and on and on. And oh my God, I hate when they give that example. I hate the word hate, but one day, if you've seen the film One Day, it's fucking tragic. They waste so much time and they stay friends when they're both in love with each other, and it's more the guy just fucking fannies about and dates fucking toxic women, and you know, and actually no, in that film specifically, the women's, well, she is toxic because she cheats on them, right? But it's like they then maintain a friendship, and he's got issues. So I mean, that could be specific. You know, not everybody's ex is like that. You know, some people could have a good relationship, so that's quite good to know about that film. But when it comes to the two that are true love twin flames, it's tragic what happens. Watch it for yourself. But yeah, if you're caught in the mechanical doing and you're feeling stuck, not being able to imagine a better life for yourself, open yourself to be inspired by the heavens. Let your roots and branches be aligned with your heart's longing. Yeah, it's definitely time to get in alignment with what you want. And like I said, stop fanning about. So you can, yeah, basically. The card, I mean, you can fanny about. You fanny about in the ways, like, I mean it in the terms of like, just, you know, it's not so much drifting, but if you want to just get pissed all the time and have fun and like avoid your feelings, and you know, but the point is, surely from all these years of channeling this, definitely for those of you where I've had personal sessions before I was homing in on this in public, we see which way it goes. The feelings eventually bob back up to the surface, and with Jupiter in Cancer, sign of feelings, oh, it's going to happen if it hasn't already. The card in the East represents your possible destiny, the way that you will share your treasures and gifts with others. So let's see. The Beloved. I don't think we need to shuffle. Look. That's how the masculine is going to share their gifts with others. By sharing the story of realising who their beloved was. Again, I feel that might be a few masculines that literally are going to, you know, you're going to be speaking to the masses some kind of way. That's a big message, but I'm getting that. Or it's just, you know, this is about you going to speak to your beloved, sharing all the feelings that you've got inside. So, right, beautiful message. So I will leave that there, and I'm only 2 minutes. Yeah, look, shoot your shot, the arrow. I'm only 2 minutes late for the membership prayer circle, so that isn't too bad. So yes, we'll leave that there. They want me to shuffle these. That one came out again. 1818, the secrets are coming out. I love your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. I love all of you. Yeah, there's L-bombs getting dropped. Might not be for you. It might not be for me. I have let go of whenever that is. I know my twin flame loves me. I just hope he is able to tell me sooner rather than later. Right. focused on money. So some of them might be focused on money, but a lot of people are feeling lost. And a lot of them, oh my God, that's Scorpio moon. There's a wild side to you I haven't seen, and I want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. Scorpio moon, baby. See you later.